What mental toll did B-52 bombers face in Vietnam's contested skies? Imagine flying a massive aircraft over enemy territory, knowing that anti-aircraft guns and missiles are aiming right at you. That was the reality for B-52 pilots during the Vietnam War. These pilots faced intense mental challenges every time they took off on a mission. The danger of being shot down was constant, especially over heavily defended cities like Han and Haiphong. They knew that surface-to-air missiles could hit their aircraft at any moment, and some B-52s were struck, forcing crews to eject over enemy lines. This constant threat created a lot of stress and kept pilots on edge. Their missions weren't quick or simple. B-52 crews often flew long, repetitive missions that could last many hours. They would fly multiple missions over several months, sometimes doing more than 6 deployments. Each time they returned home, they had to prepare for the next mission, which added to their mental fatigue. This cycle of repeated combat exposure without a long break made it hard for pilots to fully recover mentally. During these missions, pilots experienced symptoms similar to soldiers in ground combat. They often felt irritable, restless, and had trouble sleeping. Nightmares and feelings of dread about flying became common. The stress was not just about the danger but also about the pressure to perform well under extreme conditions. Some pilots struggled with internal conflicts about the destruction they were causing, especially since their bombs could kill civilians. The moral weight of their actions added a complex layer to their mental strain. When B-52 pilots were shot down and captured, the psychological toll deepened. Being prisoners of were meant enduring harsh conditions, physical abuse, and constant interrogation. Maintaining hope and camaraderie with fellow prisoners helped some endure, but many carried lasting emotional scars from their captivity. The operational demands also played a role. Pilots had to switch between conventional bombing missions and nuclear alert duties back home. This meant they had to stay prepared for very different kinds of missions, which kept their minds in a constant state of readiness. Balancing these responsibilities added to their mental load. In the end, the mental toll faced by B-52 pilots was shaped by the danger of their missions, repeated deployments, the symptoms of combat stress, the moral dilemmas of strategic bombing, and the trauma of captivity for some. These factors combined to create a heavy psychological burden that stayed with many long after the war ended.